underway in Buffalo. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. They'll roll him out right. He completes it to Jones. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
The score, Raiders 7, Bills nothing. Daniel Carlson making the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And he finds Beasley, complete. Touchdown, Bills. Cole Beasley, 28 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one. Not
only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? He's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Running the jet sweep with Jones, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Touchdown! Hunter Renfrow, 44 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Allen now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big gain there for the Bills. And it'll be second and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
Second down and goal. Allen. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Steps away to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on second and 13. Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Milano able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be fourth down as well. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incomplete.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big gain there for the Bills.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run for Devin Singletary. And the Bills have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 8. Now Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Carr now to throw. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Carr. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's Carr. This complete to Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A first down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Now Allen. Forced out to his left. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Into the hands of Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Allen buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guy's going downfield to catch the ball. They've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Allen. Steps away to his left. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
On the return, Tyron Johnson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.